Hello, everyone. We're here today to remember Linda. She means a lot to us. She means a lot to me in particular. In 2003, my family and I met Larry and Linda at Rosemark Church of Christ, and quickly they became a great part of our family. They became best friends with my parents.
In this special occasion, I want to say thank you so very much for. I am very grateful with our Lord, especially because we were able to meet Linda there at Rosemark Church of Christ. I certainly remember the first time that I shared with her. I always was sat before her and in front of the pew. And then one special day, one Sunday, she invited me to do something to help her for one lady who was going to be baptized. And I remember that. After that occasion, we started to be so close, and she was so sweet all the time with us. And as I say, I am very grateful with the Lord because Linda and Larry became like angels to my family. I have a lot of memories, special memories from Linda. She gave me this notebook once, and I made it like my notebook, my journal. And in the beginning of the book, I started writing about her, what she means for me. And now it's hard for me because it says with God all things are possible, and it meant a lot for her because with God she was able to do a lot of things. And I want to appreciate also to Mrs. Bobby, her mother, who made possible that she came this last time to say goodbye to all of us. And thank you so much for everything.
I would go home on the weekends from Union University, where I went my freshman year in 2004. And then in 2005, when I was transferring to Fred Hardeman in August, at the same time, my parents were leaving to Costa Rica to be missionaries. Larry and Linda came to the airport. My brother and I hugged, seeing my parents leave with my two youngest brothers, and Linda told my mom to not worry about a thing, that she would take care of me and my brother. And that meant a lot for us. She did. She did what she promised. She was a great mother to me and my brother. She did the best thing for us. She took care of us. I would come home on the weekends from Freed. Most weekends I would find a basket of things, that they had for me to take back to my dorm. And I would find maybe a little bit of money, which they didn't have to, but they did. They gave me, and that helped me so much, with expenses. And I would always appreciate what they did for me. They gave me presents, which they didn't have to do. One time Linda said, go look into your room, and I went and looked in my room, and there was this shirt which I still wear because I love it, because someone such as Linda gave me, someone who had a great heart for me and my family as well.
Well, same like Juanita feelings. I think I feel the same about Linda and Aaron. As a father of my children, I feel very grateful because I know that you care of our children while they were in America. But everything around Larry, everything around Rosemark Church of Christ, means that Linda is part of that, so I can't think in anything part of Linda, you know. Even though this, the color, the purple color about this journal, reminds me a lot of Linda. Even though we were prepared, you know, for to receive the news about Linda's death, the day when Diego told us about that she died, 7:15 that day, even though we believed that we were prepared, it was very hard for us to receive the news. But what I want to say is, Linda, thank you so much for everything, for all the happiness that you brought to us, you know. Larry also, Roman Church of Christ, and everything that happened, or everything that has to be with Linda in this world, was part of our heart. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
In 2006, it was a major turning point in my life. I needed some advice. I didn't know I needed it, but I did. Linda came and gave me the best advice ever. Therefore, I would always appreciate it. And I appreciate her so much for all she did. She welcomed me into her family. We spent Thanksgiving in 2007 and 2008 as well. I was just part of their family, and it was just great. Linda and Larry also had a major impact in my brother's life, which I really appreciate. My brother Nathan, he would come home also sometimes Sundays after worship, and we would go and eat at the Casa Mexicana, you know, where we saw Armando, our favorite waiter, and it was just great times. We would come home and maybe do a little bit of work on the backyard and just spend quality time together as a family. It truly felt like a family. And then in 2008, when I graduated from Freed Hardeman, I didn't have my parents there, but I kind of did. I mean, Larry and Linda were there for me, and they made me feel like my parents were there. My family was there, and to me that meant the whole world. They started coming in 2007 to visit my parents here in Costa Rica, and every time I came here, or I was in Memphis, I always had parents. I had two sets of parents no matter where I went, and to me that was a great blessing. A lot of people don't even have maybe one set of parents, and I had two sets of parents. Therefore, I was very lucky, I was very blessed, and I will always appreciate it. Larry and Linda didn't have to do all this for me, but they did. Linda came with Larry in 2009 to visit us, and she fell on the second day of their visit here. She fell and broke her kneecap. They had to, switch plans and leave the next day on an airplane back to Memphis to the doctor. We had to find a wheelchair for her, and all the things that she went through. When I got married last year in 2013 with my wife Catherine, I would have loved for Larry and Linda to be here, but I knew, and we knew, that she couldn't because of her medical situation, and that was okay. But still, they managed, and she managed to come just a couple of months ago here to say a final goodbye. We know she's in a better place than all of us. Therefore, I'm very peaceful. I'm thankful with God. I'm strong, and I know that she's in a much better place. Linda, we love you, and we're just behind you. I hope one day I'll get to heaven, I'll see you, and I'll thank you again for all you meant for me in this life, and that you made me 1,000 times a better man than I would have been had you not been a part of my life. Thank you so much.